up is presented by Pure Spectrum.
That's when we say there's no room for error. You have to go as hard as you can
3, 2, 1. Repetitions. Haley Adams is ready, and she's going to hop off the GHCP first. It is
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This is the advantage you have by being a good swimmer against the rest of the field. Most of these athletes have done a lot of swimming, and they're all good at it. But Tia is great compared to the other 4 athletes, and it shows when he gets to the end, the middle part of this event.
Tia Toomey has now erased that deficit that she came into this interval with. Behind Haley Adams. Adams on the far side of the floor here. Davis Daughters between the two of them, the two closest to the camera. 1 rep to go for Toomey. Now she is done. Tia Toomey is in. Looking like she's going to be the event leader heading into the 4th and final heat.
And Davis Daughter might pull ahead of Haley. Yep, Davis Daughter went touch and go. Haley had 2 or 3 slip-ups with the ball.
But Davis Daughter only picks up less than a second on Haley Adams. So Adams is going to slide in a second. Toomey will lead going into the 4th interval. Brooke Wells just got across, and so Carrie Pierce now, the last woman on the floor. Now she is in 239.40.
So right off the bat, Haley had the fastest bike in
8
the
calories.
first interval. It's the same direction they're going for the 3rd. She's really pouring it on, but first off the bike is actually Patrick Davis' daughter ahead of both Adams and Tia. But in the first interval, Tia was well behind the rest of the field. She pushed the pace on the bike, blew away the field on the swim. Once she got out of the water, there was no mistakes for her. She didn't need to sprint. She didn't need to get out of control. And a nice steady pace for Tia. But the difference maker towards the end was Patrick Davis' daughter's unbroken versus Adams.
Let's go down to Nikki Brazier poolside.
You guys, the consensus down here poolside is that this is really a heart rate event as opposed to, say, a power-up event. The guys showed us that, as well as the demo team told us that if the athletes don't find a way to regulate heart rate, then it's not just a feeling of overwhelming exhaustion in between rounds, it's also this sort of overwhelming nausea that is not what you want to be facing if you have another interval still in front of you.
Fourth and final interval starts with the 10 slam balls. Unofficially, Tia Toomey, your leader, by about 6 seconds over Haley Adams. 622.70 for Toomey. Adams at 628.41. Davis Daughter stays in 3rd. Brooke Wells and Carrie Pierce are fighting for 4th right now.
Adams on the ball first again. She has the fastest GHDs of these 5 women in the field.
31 total score repetitions. Haley Adams, your leader right now in this interval. Her name highlighted in the blue box at the top of the screen. Now through 19 of the 31 score repetitions after the GHDs, it's back into the pool, and Adams will get there first.
Now she might not beat Tia in this event. Tia is just too good of a swimmer when it comes to this event. But what she needs to do is being in that 5th place position, and she has to beat the other 3 women.
Tia Toomey is in the lead in the pool. Looking to win yet another event. Haley Adams is looking to gain some points on Catherine Davis out and make that race for 2nd place overall a little more interesting.
Man, she's just so smooth and dominant in the water. That is just a great advantage to have for this sprint event.
Toomey's out onto the assault by 10 calories. She had a 6-second lead coming into this 4th and final interval. So Haley Adams is going to have to go to flat on the assault bike if she's going to have a chance of beating Toomey.
A big thing for her is to at least stay ahead of Catherine Davis on her Pierce and Wells. She needs
5 minutes.
that huge point gap between those other 3 to get her back into contention for that podium position.
Davis out in the middle is on the bike. Toomey's getting set to finish up. Her judge's hand is in the air. Brooke Wells now just getting on the bike along with Carrie Pierce. That's the battle for 4th and 5th. This is the battle for one of the top 3 spots. Toomey's going to win the event as she is in. Another 100 points for Tia Toomey, and now Haley Adams is in, so she's going to pick up 20 on Catherine Davis' daughter as Davis' daughter comes across.
Davis Daughter closed hard on the last last 10 cows. That's huge for Haley Adams.
Pierce and Wells, the only two left on the right. Pierce is in the middle of your screen, so you take a look at Haley Adams, who sold out on that final interval to take second place unofficially in this event. Wells is in, and Carrie Pierce, who was in fifth place coming into this final interval, will stay there. And Tia Toomey, no shocker, is going to stay on top of the overall field.
No, and she ties up the old winning percentage against Matt Fraser. Tia Toomey, center lane, not dropping the ball, that touch and go, but it was all Haley Adams early. Again, her cheese tees are so incredibly fast. You see her on the left side of your screen. But once you get into the water, it was all Tia Toomey, and it wasn't even close. Tia pouring it on at the end. Nice transition out of the pool. No slip up, getting up to the bike, and just pounding through at the end. Good, it's good for Tia, but really in the end, we're talking about the podium chances and an American getting up to the top third position. That was huge for Haley Adams.
3 minutes.
Making a move there is Catherine Davis.
Round 4.
A great effort for Haley Adams. Tia Toomey wins another event, and she is with Nikki Brazier.
Different movements and a different pattern down and back. What were the differences as far as your strategy when it came to how you attack the different rounds?
Yeah, so I mean, when you started off with the assault back, you didn't want to go above your threshold, because then you have to go into this movement and do those other movements at a nice fast pace. But then when it came to, you're a little bit dry, you drew right off the ball. You could go a little bit faster on the ground overhead, and then you could bring it home and just go all out on the assault back. So I guess, you know, it is a sprint, so go all out in it all, but be smart about it.
Sure. You had an incredible day yesterday, a sweep of these types of events. How does that change your mindset, or does it change your mindset when you still have, you know, another full day of competition?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You know, the new day, in my eyes, the leaderboard is back at 0, and you know, we're all fighting for the same spot. So it's just go all out until the very last workout.
90 seconds.
You're smiling like you're having a good time, but I know that event was just soul crushing in a way. Just, I think, tell us a little bit about how this combines, because we can see it, your passion is clear.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I guess, you know, this is what we train all year for, and especially this year, we have trained for the CrossFit Games for well over 12 months now. The Open was last October, and so
1 minute.
you know, I'm just really grateful to be able to actually compete this year with everything that's going on.
Thank you so much. Congrats.
Thank you.
Final results for event 10. Tia Toomey, another
45 seconds.
points, as she beats Haley Adams by 14 seconds. Adams holds off Catherine Davis' daughter. Brooke Wells will take fourth, and it's Carrie Pierce who finishes in fifth. Overall standing,
30 seconds.
two remain the same. Haley Adams now moves into third ahead of Carrie Pierce, but only by 20 points. And Brooke Wells still
20.
very much alive in that race to become the first American on the CrossFit Games podium since 2014.
What do you mean about that race? We have quite the race coming up in the next event with that
10
slow
seconds.
sprint. We have these four athletes vying for 2 positions in a short
5,
event like this.
4,
Anything's
3,
possible by going up
2,
against the leaderboard.
1.
Two
Time.
events remain. We'll take about an hour break, and then we'll be back at the Morgan Hill Outdoor Sports Complex for the sprint sled sprint. Then Atlanta, still waiting on the details of what has been billed as the toughest finale in CrossFit Games history. At the games.crossfit.com,